What is up, all of you wonderful people? I hope you're having one of the best days of your life. This is, well, my boat. This is the one that I completely redesigned. You guys, I'll leave a link in the description to one of my old videos where the boat is still stock. I had a couple of upgrades on it, just minor upgrades. But this is the finished project. Sorry for not recording the whole installation of everything and all that. Well, first let's begin with my new redesigned flooring. Let's start from here. I got first compartment, opens with a latch. This is where I hold my battery, and in Washington you're required to have a fire extinguisher, so we got one here. Also, this mat right here, once I put it out of the way, that is the place where I have my anchor. I'm about to buy a second one, a rubberized anchors. Next, I got two small compartments on this side and on that side. Inside, we have space. That's wiring. I'll get into that later in the video. And here is the second one. They're great for holding rods. They can hold rods up to 6 feet, I believe. Not the best length, but I mean, I use 2-piece rods, so you fold them and you're done. Here I got my two Scotty downriggers, the cheapest ones. Got a tackle box just laying here. This is my key for the Honda in the back, and then that's the night all-around light. Overall, great space. And heading over to that side, on this side we've got all the rod holder mounts. So these guys, they go into here like that, and then you put the rod holder there. I mean, they're pretty handy. They hold your rod when you're trying to fish bait and stuff, but I hardly ever use them. Here we've got our emergency oars and a piece from my landing net. The other piece is in another storage compartment. And in the rear here, on the rear deck, I've got one latch here. It contains all my life jackets. And on the bottom, we've got the landing net. That's a rubber one. Always use a rubber one, they're so much easier. And second one back here, I've got my fuel tank and a small landing net when I'm going for crappie, and fish that isn't big in size. Actually, I guess I'll just tell you how all of this was made. This was all made by a professional welder. He welded beams like this. He welded, well, he didn't weld here because from here to here is his original seat. So it is here, the original seat. Actually, the metal's right here from the original seat. And yeah, see, as you can see, all of this was welded professionally. Yeah, well, I mean, pretty much that's probably the most expensive thing that had to be done. Next would probably be all the carpet and plywood and stuff. Yep, well, I guess we'll start from the front here. Here I've got my Garmin Striker 4. I have a review. I'll put in the link. Wires go into there. Let me open them up. I mean, overall it's a pretty great GPS and fish finder. It does what it needs to do. I mean, gets the job done. And yeah, next I've got these night lights. They're mandatory everywhere, but I put them up here on the front piece. This is how I mounted my Minn Kota electric motor. First of all, I again took it to the professional welder and I had him weld this big box right here. It's aluminum, will never rust. That's the great part. And that's what my Minn Kota mount is hanging on, tied on with these. Also, I have a bolt down here just in case anybody tries to steal or something. Plus, when I'm on long trips, it holds it down. Now, to get my Minn Kota mounted, all you'll need to do is take this bolt right here, that guy, and on this side right here, you need to unscrew it, take it out, and flip this whole thing around, so that way your propeller is facing you and you will be able to control the boat from here. And the wires, they go down into there. I'll just show all that later. So yes, that's my Minn Kota. I'm planning to get one of those big propeller nuts. It's a big metal one. Comment if I should or not. Next, I guess we'll move on to the seats. These are the Cabela's Pro Fisher. Cabela's Pro Fisher boat seats, yeah. And I've got them all mounted on these Atwood pedestals. Yep, they're all adjustable. I mean, they turn and they're adjustable in height. These two right there are adjustable. That one we didn't make adjustable because it's already high enough. It's just a straight on. All it does is spin. So I mean, they're great seats. You can definitely spend all night on them like I do when I go white fishing. Going to the rear, we got a Honda 9.9. I mean, it's a great engine. It'll start no matter what. I mean, first try and it starts. The only problem is it's a bit weak. We can barely push 10 miles on it. Might upgrade them in the future to another Honda, maybe 25 or 30. I guess next I'll go on to the switch panel that I installed right here. Nice switch panel, and what this does is, as you guys can see, I have the motor which charges the battery, the Minn Kota, the Garmin, navigation lights back there and up here. What I've done is, all I need to do is connect two wires to the battery. One positive, boom, and one negative. There we go. Now I've got all the electronics working. Everything on the boat. Let me demonstrate. So, first of all, I go over here. I have autopilot that is set as the Minn Kota. I flip it up, walk over here, turn it on. There you go. And then I come over here, turn that off, turn on depth sounder. That I decided would be my Garmin. That guy start up. There he goes. Now I will switch it off and show you guys that the switch actually works. So I'm gonna, there you go. I turned it off. Next, I've got navigation lights, which is pretty simple. It's the front red and green. Got a red over here, and green over here. Those guys are working. Then we turn that off, and then we go searchlight. For that, I'm gonna need to pull this guy out. Oh, he's on the other side. So for that, I'm gonna need to pull this guy out, take him over here to the flush mount I have, and plug him in. And there we go. We've got an all around white light in the rear. I will pop the switch here, turns off. And then the last, I have electronics. That's for the future when I'll need to charge my battery and stuff from the engine. So now, what I did to get this whole switch wired and working was I actually went to Cabela's and got one of these $80 waterproof switches. I mean, $80 was the best price I could find and the best quality. They have all these miniature ones are already pre-connected for you, and they're nice and large gauge, and they're nice. They won't get hot. So what you do is you put positive from your battery, positive from all your devices, to the switch. So the switch is only breaking the positive. And all the negatives, you have to go to this panel here. You put all the negatives and the negative from your battery. That was the way that I was able to make this switch work. And it looks great and it works great. Overall, that's pretty much everything I've done to this boat. Some of you might ask, why do this on such a small boat? Why put so much money into it? I mean, this boat is gonna get me anywhere. I don't fish saltwater. I don't go for huge groupers and stuff. This thing can get me on any lake. Once I upgrade that guy back there, I'm done. I don't need to do anything else. One more thing, however, that I've added. I have one of these roller guides on here. I have a set here and that side. What I've also done is I've added another one on here. This holds the boat wonderfully. Even when we're driving, the boat's just on there, rock solid. And when I'm bringing the boat in from the water, it helps wonderfully. The boat glides on smoothly. And also for that, I've added a roller back here instead of the rubber piece that was there. Pretty much, that's my tour of my new boat. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, say what you guys think. Maybe I should add something else, but overall, that's pretty much all I could think of.